In a major development on Capitol Hill, the House of Representatives has overwhelmingly passed a bill ordering the release of the Justice Department's files on Jeffrey Epstein, widely regarded as history's most notorious sex offender and a former close associate of Donald Trump. The vote wasn't even close. It was a staggering 427-1, a shock to Trump, and now everyone is asking the same question. Who was the one? That lone vote has sparked public outrage. Critics are already calling him everything from scumbag to abuser protector, with many suggesting he may be the most extreme, unwavering MAGA loyalist in Congress. ABC News highlighted just how extraordinary this bipartisan vote was, and they also revealed the identity of the single dissenter, along with his justification for the vote that many consider indefensible. ABC's report underscored the rarity of the moment. Democrats and Republicans, who can barely agree on anything, came together in sweeping fashion to support transparency. Despite months of stalling by the White House, Trump's administration, and Republican leadership, the vote finally came to the floor and passed by a historic margin. The only no vote came from Republican Representative Clay Higgins. ABC obtained a statement from Higgins, who claimed that he voted no purely out of principle, insisting that releasing the files in their current form would absolutely result in innocent people being hurt. Higgins argued that unless the bill is amended to protect the privacy of victims and individuals who are named but not criminally implicated, he cannot support it. He promised he would vote yes only if the Senate adds those protections and sends the amended bill back to the House. Reporters noted that although Higgins's explanation echoes concerns raised by some Republicans, most GOP members still supported the bill and wanted the story to move on quickly. The process is now in the Senate's hands. If the upper chamber makes changes, the bill returns to the House for another vote, a process that could take weeks. Meanwhile, the Epstein saga will remain in the headlines, something many Republicans are desperate to avoid. To fully understand Higgins's vote and his glaring lack of intellectual honesty, one only has to look at comments he made just days earlier. When asked about Trump's association with Epstein, Higgins brushed it off entirely. He mumbled his way through an answer, claiming without evidence that Trump didn't like Epstein, had no friendly relationship with him, and had no control over who he was photographed with. His response ignored decades of documented ties between Trump and Epstein. And as promised, the internet delivered a swift and brutal reckoning. Representative Clay Higgins has now earned a new notorious label online, the Louisiana Leper, for his lonely, controversial vote users across social media poured in with condemnation. 50 Shades of Way posted a video showing Higgins placing his hands on someone without consent, calling attention to his hypocrisy. Another user wrote, "Imagine wanting protecting pedophiles to be your legacy. What a scumbag." Nicole Bowman issued a clear call to action, reminding voters that Higgins represents Louisiana's 3rd District, is up for re-election in 349 days, and is the only member of Congress who voted to protect abusers by trying to block the release of the Epstein files. Remember his face, remember his name, remember what he just did. History is watching, she wrote. While the Higgins story is dramatic, and he deserves every bit of public accountability he's receiving, the real headline is much bigger. Republicans voted 216-1. That means 216 GOP representatives broke with Trump and supported the release of the Epstein files. This is extraordinary. For years, Trump has maintained complete dominance over the Republican Party. When Trump wins, Americans who believe in accountability and constitutional principles often lose. But this moment may signal something different, a shift in momentum. It raises a powerful question. What happens when opportunists who only stood behind Trump because he was winning suddenly see him in freefall? If Trump's grip is slipping, lawmakers, insiders, and even judges may finally stop bending to his will. And what if, in the future, generals refuse unlawful orders by saying, "That's an abuse of power, sir"? It would be a seismic political shift unlike anything this country has seen. That's what I think. Now I want to know what you think. Comment below, and let's continue to occupy democracy together.